Hi, folks. A lot of people have been contacting me that saw my ribbon braiding at the Illinois State African Violet Show on the awards table, asking me if I could show them one more time how I do it. And so it occurred to me an easier way to show everybody might be to post a video online. So I chose three colors to do this first braid just so you could see how the colors move throughout the braid. I call this kind of a shrimp braiding. And although the name braid would suggest it's a very familiar rhythm, it's completely different. It's not actually braiding, it's more of a plaiting technique, like a flat weaving. I've done it in the wide 3-inch ribbon, which makes a really striking presence. And its advantage is it's very flexible. So you can wind it around plants. I'm just going to show you with all my cups that I'm melting holes in today for pots. It has a lot of visual interest for an awards table. So I thought I'd show you how I do it. And so I just take, this is floral acetate ribbon. It's inexpensive. It comes in about 100 colors. So you could elect to do it in your club colors or colors that would go with the theme of your show. It takes a fair amount of ribbon, so I'm probably starting here with maybe 6 feet length times 3 pieces of ribbon, and I'm going to show you in the same 3 colors I did this braid with. So I just take the ribbons, stack them up, and I just make an overhand knot. Now I enjoy having a finished end, so I'll go through and just do a French cut at the end. And you can fan this out either before or when you're done, just to give it a little more polished look. And then I'm going to fan out these, and it doesn't make a difference in what order. For instance, the top doesn't always have to go to the right. It really doesn't make a difference, however it works out. So the motion is the same as braiding, but you have to be much looser than braiding, or else it starts to get too tight and it creases on itself. So here you can see, I think, that this ribbon is shiny on one side and matte finish on the other. So you'll see, as in this one here and as I do this one, that I never flip the ribbon over. It's always going to be, in this case, the shiny side up. So that would be a little different than, say, braiding. So I'm going to fan it out, and I'm just going to pull, outside over center, then the other opposite outside. And what I'm doing is I'm kind of pulling it over, putting it over, pulling it off to the side, and then pushing it up. And you can see it has an effect I think is reminiscent of the old-time Christmas ribbon candy, or those Elizabethan collars of that heavy white starched cloth you think of as the Dutch masters wore in the paintings. So you keep it pretty loose, and it will kind of regulate its slack and adjust itself. But as I pull it over, and occasionally you'll have to detangle your ribbons you're still working with, because they get kind of tangled up just like you were braiding. And again, this is what this ribbon width is called, a number 9. It's approximately an inch wide ribbon, maybe 1.25 inches. Number 40 ribbon is approximately 3 inches wide. And again, floral acetate satins come in about 100 colors. This is also nice, done with a nice velvet at the holidays. It has a lot of crispness to it. Really soft raw silk ribbons are really too soft to hold this gesture, so they aren't your best choice. As well as wired ribbon, wired edged ribbon is not really a good choice for this routine. The good news is this floral acetate is inexpensive, which is good because, as I said, I'm using here 6 yards of ribbon to make this braid, and you'll see in a moment I might just get about 1 yard of completed braid up. So at the end I kind of lay 2 over each other and leave one by itself. I kind of hold that between my fingers, and I just do another overhand knot, tying it once, and then maybe taking one of them and tying it again. Then I'll take the scissors and again French cut those ends, which is that V cut, which is really has nothing to do except for aesthetics. I just think it looks more polished than a blunt end. So you can see, you could kind of get a lot of, because of that plating, it has the ability to stand up and not look too droopy. So there you go. Now you should have some reference to look back at when you try it at home. You're more than welcome to contact me at john@barringtonviolets.org if you need a better visual, or you're coming near my area and you want to see it in person. So that's it. Thanks.